That's the Cowboys helmet. I think the last time we were working on this, there was a disaster. It turned out that it was not such a disaster, but still. Laying paint too fast, too heavy can cause abnormal reactions rather than just a thin, wet coat should be just fine. But and metallics are tricky as well too. They seem like they don't. I don't know. But this is it. Oh, so we're still working on the ear holes. This is why these things are so expensive, is they take so much time. So this is going to be airbrushed in a gradient with a hard edge, black to white over there, something like that. But it is what it is. If you want to learn how to paint helmets, uh, this is probably not the channel to be watching. Um, but anyway, I'm not gonna say anything negative. Uh, the helmet's gonna turn out. It's gonna turn out good. Um, so yeah, I gotta go try to airbrush, and then this was heated too with a heat gun, because you got all these ridges. You want that vinyl to conform to the shape of the helmet, no matter what it, there's like some sort of there's a body line. I don't know if it's like almost I don't know what it is. It doesn't really matter what it is, but it's just one of those situations where you should pay attention to that if you ever want to paint one of these fucking things. Uh, so yeah, let's go and airbrush. Still working out the kinks of the video and whatnot, but hopefully it's all gonna work out. This is where I lay color, airbrush. The good thing about the first video, as bad as it was, uh, it gave me another perspective, and I was like, I got to clean my life up. Disorganized and lazy. True story. So I'm just looking for a straight edge. Hopefully y'all still hear me. I need monitors everywhere so I can keep an eye on if you lose audio or video, but that's just more shit I gotta buy, and I don't want to fucking buy anything else. So I think the top is gonna be like and I should have freaking prepared this because it's hard telling how these are gonna spray. Uh, it should be an everyday paint operation, and I can get in here and tend to these jars of paint, but it's whatever. So here we go. Bam. Don't want to put it too close because it's going to be too hard of an edge. It's going to be a bit of a gradient with a harder edge than you would normally see. And there's that. And then do the same thing with white. Hopefully this is not, I don't know which one's which. I've got trans white, and then I got an opaque white, and I don't have them. See, these things sometimes they get a mind of their own. You leave them out there by themselves too long. All right, I'm gonna guess that that's opaque, and I think that'll be just fine. Uh, can't lay too much of the freaking transparent white because I need glasses. Um, because if you try to lay too much, it gets too wet, and then you got freaking either runs or freaking it never dries. It will be dry tomorrow. Did I grab the right one? Fuck, I don't know which one is which. This one seems a little bit freaking. I spray on everything. You might not do that, but I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, the opaque was in the right spot. That's how I know it's normally in the right spot. But I was like, man, That jar looks awfully freaking clean. Yeah, that's spraying a lot better. So, anyway, you just got to know. Everybody's got their own system. You know, where I is as filthy as my booth is. I'm guessing that a lot of guys aren't like that, but this is. It used to be quite a workhorse. I mean, it was an everyday thing. So it just, paint for 12, sometimes even 14 hours. But it's all good. Now I gotta remember which one I used. I think I had that trans. This is trying to, man, yeah, trying to freaking record and being conscious of you're being recorded and painting is all kind of a new transition, I guess. And that one is a match. So I'm gonna have to go in and it's hopefully gonna look okay. It's all about you can hide your mistakes, man. You're just gonna be alright. But anyway, I'll go in and freaking hit that just so the gradient isn't so freaking. I didn't want. I mean, it is a break line, but that'll help that right there. Kind of bring it together. See, this one's just white black, and then this one kind of it's a little bit more. I guess the shade changes. I don't know. Maybe I should have went. But anyway, we got to go back. We got to seal this up and go back and make it. Put the positive part of this. I think that's right. I don't know if I'm saying it in reverse or not, but go put this piece that's actually omitted back in, right? But before we do that, we got to seal it with an intercoat clears. Otherwise, it'll pull that freaking airbrushed area right up. So that's what we got to do next, which really isn't. And I'm not carrying around this camera, so maybe I'll just pan the other one. Just thinking out loud so we can pull this off. No, we got to do one more thing before that. Yeah, we got to seal it up, and then there's also a white edge at the bottom of this ear hole that's got to go from this corner to that corner, somewhere in the range of this thickness, maybe. But yeah, so let me pull that off. So that's that part, and then we not only the white edge, then we got to come in and create this shadow because this is actually I don't know, I guess it's a peak in the body line that is on a normal helmet that doesn't exist on this one. So we're going to create uh, a fake body line, I guess, on this helmet. And then, yeah, so I'm going to go do that. I think before I do that, I've got to Jesus, cameras everywhere, dude. I have no privacy. Uh, so yeah, I didn't want to my freaking well, there's my whole body there. So it's too late. This is live. Here we go. This is the I gotta seal that layer. So let me go seal that last layer of airbrushing. I gotta find my clear, and I'm gonna have to freaking. I don't even want to deal with that. Damn, bro. Maybe there's enough to get it done. Freaking lame. Does it even look right? Is it tilted? It is. It's all tilted crazy. What is it doing that for? It's because of the freaking tension on that cord. Freaking, this is a freaking another one. All right, so is it freaking crooked? It's whatever. Here we go. And that'll be dry in no time. Since I'm recording, I'll accelerate the process with a little bit of heat. And we go move the camera right back. I don't even like doing this, but it's whatever. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna put a little bit of heat on it, make sure it's dry all the way. Maybe shut this off. Smooth. Now I gotta find the positive part of that stencil, which is right here. Apply it, I guess, to each side. This is gonna be fun. And believe it or not, they're not symmetrical, so one goes on one side and it's really hard to even tell. I would guess that that's the long side, so this one goes on this side. And it switched on me or something. It did something. These things are, I tell ya, it can get hella freaking sketchy real quick. Damn, bro. Freaking thought I nailed it, but I didn't. It's gotta fit perfect. There's no room for error. Gotta fit perfect. Just like that. Oh my god. Oh jeez. It's a never ending battle. It's like a war. War with the dust. Damn it. That's what I'm talking about. Shouldn't even talk negative. Shit. Anyway, it's kind of done. That's all I had to do. A lot of times I'll go drink like freaking 2 Diet Pepsis and then I come back and then I do this next part and then take another break. And people will be like, why are you so slow? I don't know. I'm just slow. It is what it is. Anyway, this beverage is going to taste frosty delicious. Be like mukbang. Anyways, here we go. So I think what I want to do with this, let me turn the helmet so y'all can learn how not to paint one of these. This right here. Okay, well, I see it now. Right there. It needs to have a white edge to portray the thickness of the shell of the helmet. And then that big body line. So we're going to go in with a white here. And then the bottom of the body line will have a shadow so it'll be darker. And that'll put a bat. And you don't want it, it's not a hard body line. It's soft. So you kind of like, if it was a body line that had a radius, maybe like half of that or less. Something in that degree. I think because it points off of that. So that should dictate the radius of the body line. Anyways, so here we go. We're gonna go do that. No, we can't do that just yet because we need another. We got to make this that the bottom of that ear hole freaking portray the thickness of a helmet shell, right? So I can, instead of just using a stencil and not making it freaking, you know, physically correct, I guess, or geometrically, I guess, it would be physically, but because unless you got a way to make this, I mean, you could do it with a tape, or maybe you could piece it in with a freaking French curve, but or one of those type of stencils, those true fire stencils that you can soon buy from somewhere that is selling them. uh, so yeah, and then I think that looks like about right. I think that's the depth that we want to portray, and then you got to do it to the other side. And believe it or not, you want it to look just like that. I'm gonna turn that back around anyway, and I'm gonna create this thickness, this helmet, bro. I don't know about it, to be honest with you. I think we're looking at, it's got a lot of ridges, and this is why I don't like to do some of these. I mean, look at it, it's got all these body lines. It's not too difficult to paint over, but it also distorts the graphics, I think. And then you got all these moving parts, but this is the future. When I was growing up, they were just wearing watermelon shells as where I grew up, at least on an island. That's what they told me. Jesus is like I can't freaking I can't carry on. Jesus. This is difficult. If you've ever made a YouTube video and then decided to go live, and then you got to deal with all your, it's a good outside perspective though. Like, it made me clean up a little bit, so that's a good thing. A little bit of organization never hurt nobody. I'm all about it. But sometimes it just falls by the wayside because it doesn't seem like there's enough hours in the day. You got to drop things off your schedule, and that just happened to be one of them, and just get by in this clutter. But it's really freaking exhausting on your brain, I think, or maybe it's freaking a display of the mental freaking condition. I had a lot of stress, but I'm grateful for what I got. I know that there's always well, we just don't even want to talk about those. And just wish them the best. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's out there that's freaking whatever you're feeling, you know, I'm sending love your way. If you can do that through a YouTube channel. So there's that. That kind of made it worthwhile if somebody was there, happened to be out there. But one of you 21 people, uh, probably half are my family. That's how many views I got on the last video. So that's dope. My family at least supports me, and it's wild, man. But you get to a point, you do so many helmets in your lifetime, and it's like, what now? And it's just, if you can spread what you've learned, I guess it's putting some positive out there, and maybe get some AdSense revenue. And just see where it goes. That's all you can do sometimes. Sometimes you got to do step into the unknown. I know it seems like a shit show right now, but maybe this is all part of the process, you know. So if you're thinking about trying something new, just do. I think Nike had it right for all these years, but I don't know. There's something. There seems like there's always a piece of the equation that seem or an ingredient that's missing from the recipe that is critical in order to just do some things. You know, sometimes you have to believe. You definitely have to believe. You got to have belief. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in yourself, and that's why I haven't even showed my face for the last 14 years in a YouTube video. So this is a step into the unknown, and anybody that does like or subscribe and comment, you know, it is appreciated. You know, it's love. You know what I mean? Send me some love, and then you know, also we'll send the world some love at the same time. Let's go. All right. Um. So what I ought to do, but since it's like white, and if we do get a little bit of, it's not gonna be. It's gonna. This is just gonna be a straight line. It should be one swipe. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the overspray is not gonna exist. You know, because that's the beauty of the airbrush is it can do a fine line, and it can do a fine line if you have a good airbrush and you know what you're doing. Paint's got to be the right viscosity. I think it's one of the main things. But yeah, so let me go do this white and then I'm gonna do this shadow and I'm gonna put this little sweep on this video switcher that's gonna bring that did it. Anyway, I can't believe that's on freaking YouTube. Uh my bad, my apologies. Eventually, you know, I am gonna have to be myself, and sometimes that's just what I do. You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go look at the camera and see what it looks like. Uh, I guess you can see it. Watch. Let's go paint this white line. Dun 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 dun. Got my opaque white. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Bam. Should have been just one, but I like to take it nice and easy just to get it exactly right. Uh, and I'm not that good. And don't get me wrong, these people, just because I've been doing this for 14 years doesn't mean I'm good at it, you know, or how many ever years I've been doing it. I didn't do it for like 10 years straight because I got tired of this shit. I got tired of it. You know, you paint shirts for people and you're just like, man, it's like, that's what this feels like. Feels like the shirts again. I need to do some like, at least like, some original, something new. That's what I'm saying, man. If I knew I had to do something different, it might not even be this. I might, you know, get into I don't know, just freaking rambling, never gambling. Probably need some sampling, jumping on a trampoline. Lately seems I can't win. Dream about rolling in the phantom. Anyway, I shouldn't have put that on YouTube either. But this is what I do out here. Um, because it's fucking monotonous, people, and I apologize for the language, but it's a lonely life. As a lonely artist, I wouldn't even call myself an artist because I paint shit other people do. I don't. I did do a one painting one time, and I wanted $50,000 for it, and it was the worst. And I said, "That's it. I ain't doing no more unless somebody pays me 50,000. That's the only way they get a piece of my I'm making any. Anyway, so yeah, there is some madness there. I gotta have a drink. All this talking got me parched. That's the right word. Alexa, what's the definition of parched? Hey Google, what's the definition of parched? Here's the definition of parched. Dried out with heat. Dried out with heat? No, I'm not dried out with heat. Alexa, or hey Google, what's a definition or a synonym for cottonmouth? Hey Google, what's a synonym for cottonmouth? Here is information from Word Hippo. Thirstful, sitient, or sitient, drouthy, athirst, spitting chips, longing for a drink, in need of a drink. What is another word for cottonmouth? How did the assistant do? You did okay, because you introduced me to some new words that I didn't even know existed. Spitting chips. I am spitting chips. That's what I'm doing. Spitting chips. So I guess we should go in there and airbrush. Did we just do that? I gotta go back. I think I just came in here because I was thirsty. There it is. I'm gonna peel this off. This is gonna be satisfying. This is gonna portray the thickness. Keep in mind the black one's still on there. Or covering up the black ear hole. Oh, I pulled everything off. I'm an idiot. Jesus. Lord help me. Ah, gosh, I gotta go find the freaking. Here's one. Put this back on because we got to do that drop shadow, and I freaking had it perfect, and now I'm freaking got a shaky ass hand. Damn, and I missed the angle, son of a. So here we go again. This freaking people think that this shit is easy, but it's easier than you think. Because all you got to do is put a sticker on something. Anybody, I can teach anybody to freaking sell these for how much ever they're selling for. I think if you pay attention, I ain't gonna tell you you can't learn everything in 60 minutes. Just like yesterday, I mean, laying paint on too fast, too heavy, too thick, man. If you can avoid that mistake in your life, dude. But it'll probably still happen anyway, to be honest with you, because sometimes your mind's just not in the game. I would think I was distracted by the damn. I was distracted by the damn filming and everything, and it was the first one, and it was just awkward for me, and this one's even more awkward. But I'm like getting shit done though, right? Fuck yeah. So let's go. So I think I'm gonna use a transparent black. And this freaking airbrush could work better, man. Always make sure your airbrush is functioning good, because it shit will it it's not worth the hassle. But I've been fighting with these damn airbrushes basically, I got like freaking 20 Iwatas, and half of them are in freaking ICU. Anyway, it's damn needles freaking sticking. I know oil and whatever. I don't like to put oil in my damn thing. I'm afraid it'll get in the paint because the paint will seep through, or whatever's in this cavity right here will seep through your airbrush. You get oil on your helmet, dude, you're fucked. It's gonna cause you problems all the way till the end, and you won't even know it. You'll know it. You'll know it eventually. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, I did it wrong. I did it in the wrong sequence. Now I gotta freaking make sure I don't hit that white I just painted. But at the same time, all right, that's pretty good, but it ain't freaking prevalent enough. So I'm just gonna freaking. This trans black is awfully freaking non-opaque. Jesus, criminy, hold still. All right, jeez. I go talking to my woman. I'm kidding. uh, shit. Here we go. So here we go. We're gonna try to do a soft gradient. Bring up this. I'm probably doing something backwards. I didn't extend it far enough because freaking I'm slow. Bro, the body line is could have been better, but it is what it is. This guy, I hope you're not watching. He gets the getting this helmet. So I got to do the same thing to this side. Hopefully, this side's gonna turn out better. Let's hope. God be with us. But this is what I got to go through on the daily, man. It's freaking terrifying. Believe it or not, it is. Freaking making mistakes sucks because you got to go backwards, and sometimes even backwards ain't even enough, and then it's like fucking hey, pardon my language again, I'm freaking awful. Uh, you just freaking sometimes the freaking airbrushes just freaking seem like they're the worst fucking enemy. Like they're just cooperate, do your freaking job, bro. Freaking pissing on me. Fuck. I'm an idiot. I can't even have a YouTube channel, bro. Shit, this ain't gonna work out. We ain't gonna be able to record every damn thought that pops into my brain. Not live. Jesus. So I decided I want the body line to be more visible. So I'm gonna go in heavier. There. I think I like that better. Alright, so when I pull all this other stuff off, it'll all come together. At least that's the plan. Because I did have that damn that vinyl. It started to freaking pull and wrinkle and do all sorts of weird stuff. So I'm kind of curious as how much paint actually got behind there. And I'm gonna be pissed because this is. I mean, there's like a million things that just seem like one bad thing just leads to one other thing, and it's fucking just over it sometimes. So yeah, then we gotta block this off with the black, I reckon. Yep, that's what I said, and then that's all gotta be black, and then I'll tape that. So let's go do that. I don't even know how long this stream is, but it's, it's whatever. Damn. So here we go again. So you can kind of see the body line. See, that's why I wanted to go darker. You can even barely see it now. So those things can just stay on there. I got that two positive stencils on there still. Uh, I'm gonna bring the freaking angle of the helmet and creating the edge of an actual the shape of a football shell right here, where it would be the jawline. It's a little bit different because these aren't anywhere near the same shape as an actual football helmet. So I do the best I can just getting it somewhere in this vicinity. And first I start off with a hard edge line. That's just because I want it to be the angles to be as symmetrical as possible. See, but what I should have did where I almost messed up is, and I got to pull this off anyway, um, is I almost didn't seal that airbrushing I just did. So there you can kind of see what is the body line kind of like. And there's that there. So I pulled that off. I'll stick that here, and that'll probably be there a year from now. Knowing me, try to rotate it clockwise so my damn helmet stand don't freaking. And there's that one. You probably can't see it right because I'm not going to move the camera. Boom. And then there's the ear hole that once that's removed, it will be black as well. So I got to go seal this up. BRB. Take a second. I don't even think if I don't have any clear, I got to mix clear. I'm just gonna end the stream. You can kind of see, but you can't. No, you can't. This is awkward. This is an awkward situation to be in. And I think we got enough clear. Last time I went kind of thin. That's gonna have to be heavier because I don't want nothing to happen to that airbrushing because you think just like a small scratch or a small piece of dust in that, you try to remove it because it's a gradient, it cannot be touched up. It just can't. Without it showing, you'll always show an imperfection. So that it would have to all be redone somehow. And yeah, and that's no fun. That's going backwards. And how you become non-reactive to that is something I'm still trying to figure out in life. Just to freaking not have to freaking get mad about this stuff. I mean, I don't like break anything unless I get real mad. I don't think I've ever broke anything out here, but it just puts you in a pissy mood, you know. But it is what it is. So what we got to do next is, if you ever want to test, you should never really put your finger. But if you got these positive stencils, it's fine to see if how that clear is, how it's see, and that's what you can't see it, but I can tell that that stencil is gonna cause me problems. The paint's too heavy. It's way too heavy, and that is freaking. It just could have been better, I think. Not as much paint, but I mean it's all the same color. But getting that stencil off of there is that vinyl. It can be annoying. So anyway, I think it's dry enough. I can take over it. I'm just gonna bring this body line, or I mean not this body line, but I guess the ear to the jaw. Bring it all the way down because all that can be black. And I can go in with the larger gun so I'm not airbrushing freaking forever. And you actually want to go at least freaking double. Even though oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should just airbrush it in. I think that would be the safe bet. That way I don't have to mix any black. Because I got to mix black and clear at some point tomorrow. This guy's been more than patient. If you're watching this, which I'm pretty sure you're not, and I hope you're not, but see, now I need to make sure this is symmetrical. I think I like that angle the best. So see how close I was without paying attention. I wasn't too far off, but I was off. I think if we go right like that, and it's showing that, and it's showing that right there. So there's that, and then see you got these divots and these peaks and valleys that you have in life are also on the helmet. Here we go. So that's got to be black. I think I'll just go in with the airbrush and just do a black. Cause I don't want to go in too heavy. You go in too heavy, and next thing you know, you're not paying attention, and you freaking got this whole edge would be ruined because it was bleeding underneath. You know, especially if you're going water based, it seems to be it'll bleed more, or it'll bleed under the tape before the urethane will. So here we go. We need to add some music or something. There's got to be some background music. I'd hate to run like one beat or something the whole time though. Freaking, because this is like 35 minutes long. I need to do a freaking, I don't know, but this should be opaque. Is it? Doesn't seem opaque. That don't seem freaking opaque either. Yeah, this is taking forever. So here we go. At least I'm working though. I'm freaking vegging out on YouTube or something. At least I'm working. Yeah, I try to angle it this way so nobody can see my mastery. We don't have to worry about anything there. Just kidding. You know, you don't want any overspray bleeding back towards the back of the helmet if you can help it. So if you angle your airflow, here we go. Getting to the bridge. Taking it to the top. You're gonna have all sorts of freaking fixing to do. Should have had on the ventilation. Um, but it's all good. Now it's already done. I always remember after the fact. But I think that's gonna have to be a stopping point. And then I'm gonna come through and paint those edges. Finish painting those edges later. I was gonna do some unmasking. I don't even think I want to do an unmasking video because it's gonna be hell. And I probably need to help it along a little bit. And I guess if you're gonna learn how to paint, if you're interested or you're already doing it and you need a tip, that is a huge, huge lesson that I don't know. I've been doing it so long, I still make mistakes. But anyway, blessings. Be safe. Be kind. And just you know, like and subscribe. All right, peace, y'all.